out here, and we've seen them put out fires many, many times, but I gotta tell you, I take my hat off to these men and women who are up there doing this job. I have a whole new appreciation and respect for what they're doing. You know, the firefighters have done a great job. I commend the Type 3 team and Leland's group for the effort that they put in, and really, truly, they've been going nonstop since this thing started, and that can be pretty tough to do.
Law enforcement has been crucial to firefighting activity and to helping to keep people safe, keeping the community safe, keeping firefighters safe. I really, really appreciate all law enforcement coming together and working together. I also want to thank, we do have Red Cross sitting in here someplace. I want to thank the Red Cross. Thank you so much. And, you know, thank your neighbors. Everybody's really, really watching out for each other, and that's so important. It really, really is, especially in such a small community, tight-knit.
For tomorrow, we expect the same. We've got a lot of crews. We're gonna hit it hard, and then hopefully the next day out will be downsizing. So a lot of what you see now will start to go away. We'll be here for a while, or there'll be a presence of this fire for a while, just because there is a big impact, big footprint on the land. You guys can see it outside the window for a long time, and we want you guys to know we're there to take care of that for you.
And I think the message that we heard tonight has been, wow, this could have potentially been a lot worse. With the weather conditions we had, the wind that we had, and the story that I've just heard from everyone who's been up here is this is what things can look like when we work together. I just really appreciate the support of the 4 different law enforcement agencies that we have, the opportunity for Bureau of Land Management, Oregon Department of Forestry, Forest Service, John Casbon with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services in the back, Lake County, rural fire districts. It was incredible what these folks did by working together. You as a community were incredibly supportive. Doug, thank you. When we were visiting with our leadership this morning, we talked about the value of the radio station, and just thank you so much for working together.
Yeah, we had right up here on what's called Ford Road. We've had fires that came off of Bratton View on 2 different occasions. They didn't get quite this close, but they had the potential, and mostly because we have southerly winds, and so any fire to the south of us is a threat. But nothing that looked like it might do what this one was going to do.
Different burn sites. We have 3 of them that are contaminated. We have 1 of them that is sterile. What that specifically means is that there has, when you have a fire, obviously you're going to have firefighters, you're going to have law enforcement, you're going to have people in there trying to put that fire out. That's your main objective at that point. You trample on possible evidence and anything that you can use in the course of a prosecution. We have 1 scene right now that is sterile that has not happened. We have sent a team of investigators out to that site. They've worked out there pretty much all day, and we're about halfway in. So there's no additional information that I have right now that I can offer. What I had provided yesterday, fires appear to be suspicious in nature. And I cannot say without a doubt that it is criminally caused or it's accidental. So at this point, we just, we're working diligently to find out that if it is arson or if it is not arson, we make that determination. Without a doubt, we will let you know.
Well, having been involved with people not packing up the car, my wife was very cognizant of that. It was already packed. The trailer was ready to be hooked onto. And to be quite frank, I do feel super good about this. As a matter of fact, yesterday when it was looking pretty bad, I tried to remain calm because I know it doesn't do any good to get really stirred up. But right now, because of the conditions that we still have and the fact that we didn't get the wind last night in the community, anything can happen. So I'm still not going to be real comfortable for our community until, another 24 hours has probably passed and we've really secured those lines completely.
So I also want to thank you. You have been marvelous, but I want to also caution you. You've done a great job of keeping your eyes open, keeping vigilant about cigarettes or matches or anything else that's going on, and watching out for each other. If you see something, please go to law enforcement. Go to the firefighters. Come here to information. We still need your eyes and ears. We still need everybody to be really careful about what's going on out there. It's still hot, it's still very dry, and very, very windy. So we need your help. We can't be everywhere.
Well, where we live on Mill Street, you can't necessarily see the bottom of the hill, so we had a spot out back towards the back end of our property, and you can see it completely, and I knew exactly where it was at, which was just up above the old mill site, literally almost on the river road. And with the continuation of fuel across that road and the river being at a low level right now, it was just a matter of the wrong wind or a whirlwind catching it and throwing it into equally dry, heavy fuels, grass and brush fuels. So it is a lot more significant at night looking at the fire, but that was real. And as I said, when I went up at 1, I was really fearful. 19 out of 20 days when we get up in the morning and go outside, the wind is blowing down at Candy pretty good. It did not do that last night. They don't like to take credit for it, but the reality is, since Berry Point Fire in particular, they were always on a heightened awareness. But they have pulled together in a way that we have. I spent 32 years with the agencies in the interagency work. They have done a tremendous job of pulling together and identifying resource needs here or there, because last summer was a good example. We actually did have a lot of starts, and we didn't have anything get away. Now, was it all because of our actions? We'll never know. But having been in that business, I believe a great deal of it was because of the actions, the planning, and the work